Hi, everybody. It's a wee bit of alchemy. I'm Rick Barrett. Welcome. Today, I would like to make an announcement. Today is the book release day for my new book, Tai Chi, A Path to Becoming Superconscious. Looks like backwards on my screen. Hopefully, it's looking forward for you. But anyway, it's Tai Chi, A Path to Becoming Superconscious. It's available at all booksellers, and so you can order it, and uh, I would appreciate that. Let me just read a blurb from the back cover just to give you an idea here. So says while even occasional Tai Chi practice can yield significant health benefits, so much more is to be found when it is practiced in superconsciousness, a state where the mind is calm, focused, and free from fear, where intention and action become one. This state unlocks hidden abilities, effortless power, and a profound sense of presence. So that's the gives you a taste of what's inside the cover there, and I'm really happy with the book. So hopefully you'll pick it up. But today I would like to continue with some of the work we've been doing with the elements in a Tai Chi form, and the main idea here is that we're using our imagination to feel the different elemental properties of in Chinese medicine and Chinese philosophy, and their different aspects and how they fit together. And by doing that, by infusing your form, you're creating different qualities of energy that you can experience, which then also feed into your system and produce more health and internal power, and also a profound state of awareness, of presence and clarity, super consciousness. So the elements I'd like to work with today are two that we're very familiar with because we've been kind of playing with those with the three pillars, and also happens to coincide to the time of year we're at right now because the fire is the element of summer. We're kind of just moving out of summer and we're moving into what in some interpretations of the Chinese calendar they call long summer, which is the time between the heat of the summer and the moving into fall. And so before we move into the metal element, there's also another way of looking at it where there is a period of earth that that is for a couple of weeks between each of the elements. And that's another way of looking at it. There's a transition period of going fire, earth, metal. And then you have that transition there. So by getting the flavors, getting the combination of those two, we can learn to bring into our superconscious awareness a heightened state of ability that comes from accessing the stability of earth and the expansiveness and the joy of fire. So the two spirits, the earth spirit is the E, and that's your consciousness. That's your thinking mind. And but it also connects up with that ability to plug into the earth energy through your feet, and I'll connect up to the big chi through that. And the earth element is related to the spleen and it manifests in your muscles. So the working with that, enhancing your earth chi also improves your muscles. Um, the other element there is fire, which is the fire spirit is the Shen, which is the most insubstantial of the different spirits. There's 5 different spirits that correspond to the different elements, the different internal organs. And so this that fire spirit is the brightest, most expansive, the most young of the different ones. It's where we achieve the full expression of our particular energies, our particular self at a given time, and it moves up and feeds into the brain, into the spirit center in the brain. But we want to have these two together. If there's too much fire, then things burn up, and it creates an instability, creates an irritability, and that joy turns to sadness. And so we want is to feed that, but we want to ground it with the earth, with that. So there's the this alchemy is between the consciousness, the mental aspect, what I call eye of mind, and the heart spirit, the Shen, which is what I call eye of spirit. And so those two start to play together, and they're working through the body. So we get this body, mind, spirit integration, which feeds us into the superconscious state. And the important thing is to take that out of the the purely abstract, and to use your imagination to actually feel into your body. So you're feeling these qualities. There are subtle qualities that change in your senses as you explore these elements. And but it's kind of like whenever you're like a baby, and whenever you start off, you're in a pre-conscious state largely because you're unable to differentiate this from that. And then as you develop, you start to notice that, oh, there's self and other, there's this and that, and then from there you develop consciousness, your E. And the same idea happens here with your energy awareness and your awareness of these elements. It's at first it's just a fusion. There's just an unbroken whole, and then as you familiarize yourself, you start to notice this is not that. Then you start to get more conscious of these different things. You're bringing that into your E. What first it was an exploration of eye of spirit, then becomes grounded in your mind and in your body. Okay, so we're going to begin with our 3 pillars. This is where we establish our connection to the big chi, the earth chi, and the yin chi of the earth, the yang chi of the heavens, which is then the yang is also resonates with your Shen, your heart spirit. But first, let's get our 3 pillars or our three nails in the feet. This makes us establish as a really firm root. We feel the heel nail, the ball of the foot, and the big toe. And here you want to be aware of them as individual parts of your feet, but also be aware of them as a group. So that's the same thing we're going to be doing with the body mind. We're going to be able to use our eye of mind to be able to distinguish the different parts, but then eye of spirit then it kind of brings them all together into into an alchemy. So knees are bent, sink into your heels, and we're going to sink into the heel nail here, and that opens up the yin energy. You're sinking down, and you can feel use your imagination to feel the yin chi of the earth rising through your bubbling well points in the center of your feet, and feel yourself getting more and more grounded. So when we're thinking about the earth energy, it's sticky. Earth energy can be characterized by gravity or gravitation. That is the tendency of things to pull together, massively to attract each other. And so right now we're going to attract the earth and be attracted by the earth. There's a conversation going on there through your feet. And the more you can sink and relax the muscles in your leg and just be able to sink down, get very sung, the more you allow that earth chi to rise and become part of your system, become part of your body, and allow it to fill so that you're feeling that stickiness, not just through your feet, but also throughout the whole system. That feel like there's in your contact with the air, there's a stickiness there too. Now I'm going to feel the yang chi of the heavens. Reach up with the crown of your head, tuck in your chin, and open up the jade pillow gate at the base of the skull. This allows us to feel that yang chi radiating down through the top of the head, down into the body. And this is a very different quality. This is an expansive quality. So whereas the yin chi of the earth tends to be sticky and things to pull together and to cohere, the yang chi expands. It pulls them apart. It says, let's open up. It creates this effervescent quality, this effervescent energy throughout the whole system. And the two of them are complementary. And with each breath, find yourself releasing down a little more, feeling a little more earth, and also reaching up to the crown and feeling a little more of the heaven chi. Because that is what is feeding into the heart spirit, the fire chi of the heart. And feel that also the fire chi of the heart is working with your circulatory system. So it's circulating throughout your entire body. Every cell is being touched by these two energies. And since every cell is polarized anyway, there's a yin and yang aspect to each cell. This feeds into that as well. It organizes your whole system. All 70 trillion cells are starting to align in a way that allows them to circulate the energy most efficiently. Reach with your elbows and open your shoulder joints. Relax. Open your chest. Feel the energy in your hands and your arms. Feel the circulation there. So we're attuning to both interoception, which is looking inward into your body, and also the what's that? Oh, we got the one for the external. Anyway, so you're feeling into that, Point and reach with your index fingers and feel the energetic coherence. Feel that the whole system coming online together, everything vibrating together, high state of resonance. Now, you want to open up your quad, just spiral down, nice and easy, releasing the muscles in your butt and your legs so that you can release your hip joints, allowing more chi flow between the legs and the torso. Okay, so now sink in your heels, feel that earth chi. Now sink into the balls of your feet. Feel that sticky. Feel your arms heavy, heavy as you're reaching up. Your fingers hanging. And then reach with your fingers. Sink in your heels and feel that stickiness as your hands come down. Feel the viscosity of the air, of the space. Like you're swimming in the air. Sink into the balls of your feet. Feel that viscosity. And this is time now you're going to reach with the crown of your head, press down with the big toe, and this time you're going to feel the yang energy filling you as well. Feel that expansiveness, the brightness of it, and then sink into your heels, reach down with your elbows, down with your wrists, back to earth. Feel the balls of your feet, press down with the big toes, and feel the joy. Enjoy the movements. Bring that, feel that inner smile as you reach with your fingers, open your back, reach with your elbows, and feel that expansiveness. And now sink into your heels, reach down with your wrists, and then down with your fingers. And relax, relax. Now feel both those energies and the movements, like you're moving like this, but without moving. So feel that those qualities of the stickiness, the gravitation, the density of the earth chi, the brightness, the expansiveness, the vibrance and joy of the yang chi. And hold those two together and just allow them to circulate throughout your whole body mind. I remember the word proprioception and got interoception, which is looking inward, and proprioception, which is your relationship of your body in space, how you move. So we want to have an awareness of both our proprioception and our interoception as we do these things. Good. So now we're going to do a Tai Chi form, and I'll talk you through it using the alchemy of earth and fire. So we'll do the Yang Chen Fu's 13 original postures. Find your three pillars in this position. You really want to make your connection with the earth, your connection with the heavens through the crown of the head, and feel that those energies radiating throughout your body mind. All right, so begin, spiral down and turn. Feel that sinking into your right leg. You feel the density of that. Feel the support that you get from your right leg as you sink into that, and letting go of muscular tension as you drop down into that. Pick up your left heel and step out with your left foot. Now sink into your left heel and feel into that. You're sinking down, releasing muscular tension. You reach down with the coccyx. Allow yourself to sink down and then turn. Feel the ball of the left foot, press down with the big toe, and pivot on your right heel. And sink into your heels and feel the potentiality of both those energies, of both those elements in your body. Feel the cells vibrating, humming, radiating. Sink into your left heel, spiral down to the right, and turn. Ball of the left foot, press down with the big toe, and feel that yang expansion. Take a breath and feel your heart, feel your circulation, feel everything as you expand, and then you sink into the right heel, spiral down to the left, and you let that go, and you feel the earth chi, the substantiality of that, the stickiness of it, and then ball of the right foot, press down with the big toe, reach with the fingers, feel that energetic coherence. Open your back, open your shoulders, reach, feel that expansion, and then let that go. Sink into your heel, left heel, feel the density, sinking down, replenishing, and feel the ball of the left foot, press down with the big toe, and reach and open, and feel that expansiveness. Feel the joy of that movement and sink into your right heel, spiral down to the left, and turn with the ball of the right foot. Press down with the big toe and feel the expansiveness, feel the yang, feel the heart, feel your circulation. Open your back, and then sink into your right heel. Drop down to the right, pick up your left heel and step out. And then feel your left heel. You're sinking down, letting go. Sinking down, earth. Feel the sticky, feel the gravity. And then ball of the left foot, big toe, reach with the fingers and step in with the right foot. Feel that expansive, and then right heel. Roll down to the right. Right hand into the bird's beak. Ball of the right foot, press down with the big toe and reach with the wrist. Open. Feel that expansiveness. Feel your connective tissue system, the tensegrity of your tendons, your ligaments, your fascia as you expand and open up. And then sink into the heel and relax that and let that go. And feel the earth. And step with your left heel. Think left knee. Open. Feel that opening. Press down with the big toe and turn and single whip. Reaching. Feel the power. Feel the internal power that you're generating throughout the system as these two elements are working together to complement each other to create a stable state that's also expansive and vibrant. Sink into your right heel, step in with your right foot, reach up with your right wrist. Sink into your sink into your left heel. And then now you're going to sink into the right heel, spiral down to the left, right hand comes down, and step on the heel of your left foot. Lightly reach out with your left hand. Open your back, reach with your elbows. Feel that yang expansion. Even as you're feeling the root, you feel your energy extending down through your legs, down into the earth. Spiral down to the right. Step with your left foot. Sink into your left heel. And reach with the fingers of your right hand. And now sink into your right heel, spiral down to the left, and then turn. As you're turning, feel the density in the right leg, the support there. And then feel the ball of the right foot, press down with the big toe, and white crane spreads wings. Press down. You're lightly on the toes of the left foot. You're reaching up with the right hand, reaching down with the left, opening your back, opening your shoulders, feeling that expansiveness, feeling the joy of that expansion. Your white crane spreading your wings. And then we're going to let that go and sink into your left heel. Right hand down, step back, your right heel. Turn. Left heel, left ball. So you're sinking into that left and now into the left big toe and feel that reaching forward, opening the back, opening your shoulders, reaching down with your left hand. Feel that total connection throughout the whole system. Your entire body is one unit. The energy is directing through your right hand, straight forward. Left heel, left hand reaches out, and then right heel turn to the right. Step back with your left foot. And the ball of your right, press down with the big toe and play guitar. You're lightly on the heel of the left foot, reaching up to the crown of your head. Feel that heart spirit expanding, while simultaneously feel the E, the earth spirit, sinking down, connecting with the earth, integrating all this new information. Looking the right heel, step back with the left, reach forward to the right hand, and pause there a moment and feel your weight should be almost all of it in the right heel right now. Your right arm is reaching out, but very soft. You want to feel the effortlessness of it. The muscles have really relaxed, and you're using your connective tissue system to create the effortless power of this posture. Now, step forward with your left foot. Do your left heel, spiral down, set your left knee, spiral down, and then ball of your left foot, left big toe, and reach with the fingers, press down with your right hand, and open your back, reach with your elbows, feel the connection between your hands, reach up with the crown of your head. Feel that sticky gravitational energy of the earth rooting you to the spot. At the same time, there is this yang qi directing out through your left hand and filling your whole body mind. Sink into your left heel and pivot on your right heel. Sink into your right heel, spiral down to the left, and then pivot on your left heel. And your left hand up, right hand down, and sink. Reach. Opening. Reach with your elbows, open your back, open your shoulders. Feel that density of the earth chi. Feel that left hand reaching up as if it's gathering lightning from the sky. Take your left heel, spiral down to the left. Step in with your right foot. Right hand comes up. Turn. Step with your right foot, right heel, now the right ball, right big toe, and strike with back fist. You feel the heaviness of your arm that's being pulled down. At the same time, your body is feeling the expansiveness of the yang chi. You get your left heel, left hand circles up, right hand opens, back, turns back into a fist, right, push your right knee forward, right heel, right ball, right big toe, and turn and punch. The very yin punch. Your arms are very soft. You're reaching, not pushing. Get your right heel, pivot on your left heel. Get your left heel, left hand comes down. Check in, right hand comes down, opens, then turns back into a fist, hand comes up, turn. Step with your right foot, feel that right heel, push your right knee forward, set your right elbow, and strike with back fist. Take your left heel, left hand circles up, right hand comes around, right foot pivots. And before you shift your weight, you want to feel the substantiality of that left leg. You're reaching forward, and the right fist is very soft. Your right arm is very relaxed, but you're feeling the integrity of the whole system. You're feeling the whole system cohering or sticking together. That's that earth quality. At the same time, there is this expansiveness. There's this impulse to want to go forward. And so you're going to push your right knee forward and step up with your left foot, reaching out with the left hand. Step back, reaching out with the left hand. So you're still in your right leg, feeling the stability of that, feeling that earth. And you sink into the left heel, set the left knee, and punch. The punch is a very soft punch, but it's animated by that insubstantial fire chi. It's an explosive punch. Even though it's moving slow or not at all right now, we are conjuring up our fire chi through our imagination, tapping into what's already there, but we need our imagination to give us access to it. And I'll sink into your right heel, left hand comes up, right big toe, and strike with back fist. Step back, using out the left hand. So you're still in your right leg, feeling the stability of that, feeling that earth. And you sink into the left heel, set the left knee, and punch. The punch is a very soft punch, but it's animated by that insubstantial fire chi. It's an explosive punch. Even though it's moving slow or not at all right now, we are conjuring up our fire chi through our imagination, tapping into what's already there, but we need our imagination to give us access to it. And I'll sink into your right heel, Left hand circles up, right hand opens, circles around. Pivot on your left heel. Take a moment and feel the earthiness of this posture. Feel the chi in your arms and your hands. Reach with the crown of your head, hugging your chin. And push your right knee forward, set that, and spiral down to the left, step forward with your right foot. And feel your center, feel your weight over that left foot, your left heel. Feel the stickiness, gravity, feel the density of the earth. Now we're going to sink into the right foot. Push your right knee forward. Reach with your right elbow. Push down, press down with the ball of the foot, the big toe, and ward off with the right arm. Feel that young expansion there. Your arms are very full. Muscles are super relaxed, but you have this steel bar wrapped in cotton. So you're reaching out, you're extending, opening up. Then sink into your right heel and bow down to the right. Reach. Feel that the stability in that right leg as you open up. And feel yourself sinking down, gathering your chi. Sink into your left heel, spiral down to the right. And then ball of the left foot. Press down with the big toe and roll back. Reach with your elbows, open your shoulders, reach with the crown of your head. Feel that yang expansion, feel that heart shen, that heart spirit animating the whole system. Grounded by the earth, expansive. Now sink in your left heel, set the left knee and spiral down to the left. Reach up with the right, with the wrist, palms down. And feel the stability of that posture. We're going back into the earth, predominantly earth energy here, rooted, connected, everything cohering, sticking together. And I think in your right heel, spiral down to the left, set your right knee, and then turn. Reach with your right elbow, reach with your left elbow. Left wrist makes contact with the right, left hand makes contact with the right wrist. And you're into press. You're reaching with the elbows, the wrists, expanding. Everything is expanding. Like you get this big bubble there that just keeps opening up, keeps inflating. You're opening your back, opening your shoulders. The energy is coming up through your body and expanding outward. And then we let that go and sink into the left heel and separate the hands. Reach up with your wrists. And reach down with your elbows, sinking. Feel that earth. Feel the density, the cohesion. In the right heel, push your right knee forward. Right ball, right big toe, point and reach. Very soft. You're reaching, not pushing. Even though the move is called push, we're not pushing. We're reaching. Now sink into your left heel. Spiral down to the right. Sink into that left leg. Feel the density of that leg. Feel the earth. And then turn. Pivot on your right heel as you turn. Open. Sink in your right heel and step back. I'll feel into both heels. And reach down, gather the balls of your feet, big toes, right arm on the outside, cross hands. Reach with your elbows, open your back, reach with the crown, feel yourself getting very, very big. Giant. Feel that yang qi expanding out, 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 and then we're going to let that go. Take it to the heels, reach down with the elbows, down with the wrists, and sink into the earth. Letting go. Pause and just feel into the alchemy that you've created by the intermingling of these two elements, this conscious intermingling, the expression through the body, through the E, and also through the heart spirit, your Shen. Feel into your arms, feel the chi, feel your hands. Feel it circulate throughout your whole body, feeding every cell. Let's sink into your right heel. Step in, your left foot. You're in both heels now. Emptying out. Sink into the balls of the feet. Go down with the big toes, arms come up. Gather. Once you sink into your heels and exhale very slowly. Press down. Feel the viscosity of the space as you do this. As you throw away the chi that you've accumulated and allow that to convert into Shen, into spirit, into something much more insubstantial. And pause and feel into that insubstantiality. Feel into that heart spirit. Any thoughts, questions, comments? Anything you'd like to share with the folks at home? Sharon.
I really appreciated your narration about what the potential was to feel.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Some people don't like so much talking, but I'm glad you do. It's I really want to share with that what's going on, as we're doing it, and focus on it's like a guided meditation. Thank you, Sharon. Debbie.
I also appreciated that because it didn't allow me to get lost in the postures. I kept thinking about the different elements. Um, it was interesting to me that my lower part seemed more grounded than ever before, when the fire energy was more above, and in the arms, the head, the chest area, except for when we did strike with back fist and punch. I've never felt my arm so heavy. It was really amazing. That was really cool. So thank you for doing that. It was
You're
good.
welcome. Great. Good. Anybody else? Dave. Still on mute. Work with it. We'll
There you go.
there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Uh, in you know, I've had some tendonitis recently for the first time ever, and I want to go back and I want to, watch the class from last week. But I appreciated what you were saying about the tendons, the process in terms of the use of the tendons. And I really enjoyed the fluidity of the movements that we did today.
Right.
It was
Perfect.
it was helpful to me.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Cool. Anybody else? Jonathan.
Look, I know this is cheating, but when we're putting our arms out and you're saying feel joy, if I imagine someone out there that I'm about to embrace, is that like an intermediate step? I should just feel the joy without imagining someone I'm reaching toward?
Whatever works for you, Jonathan.
Okay, all right. I do think it's about love or fear, but whatever. Okay, it just seems like another instance of that, though.
No, that's perfectly fine. That's good. For me, I just want to feel joy just in the movement itself. I want to.
I know. That's what I feel like.
Feel that. I would feel the joy in the each drawn breath. I want to feel the joy of every heartbeat. That kind of thing.
No, I get that, and I guess I'm really serious because I know we've talked a lot about this, but maybe it is some sort of intermediate stage but it is the opposite of this. And when we're reaching out like that, we're not pulling in like this, and I don't have to think of something fearful to recognize I'm in this position a fair amount, like my shoulders are up and I'm back like this. So the way I can recognize this is feeling like, fearful. This out reaching can be loving without me having to imagine I'm, hugging my wife or something, right? I mean, anyway, and I guess that's where you're at. You do that and you just feel the joy. You get that look on your face and almost looks dopey, but not. It's just like you're just, you're in a happy place. It's.
I am, and I encourage you to find the joy in the simple movements.
Right. I understand.
That's and that's part of the the creation of a superconscious state. If you can do that, it leads into more. It leads to expansiveness, leads to a phenomena and abilities are available that are not available to us whenever it's dominated. That's where we get the heart spirit has a very loud voice in this. Then we're not just thinking like the practical aspects of everything.
Right.
We're just getting into the now. It's the radical presence is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I mean, but you're defining yourself as part of a much bigger system too. You're not this isolated ego, skin encased ego doing things. You're connecting up somehow. So it's like you're in a different state of being. It seems to me.
It is definitely true, but the E is what does the defining. The E is what that's the the eye of mind. That's what says this is not that. It says
right.
This is how a system that we can talk about on this. The heart spirit says, forget all that. I just want to, it moves into a non-objective state of awareness. And that's which you can get very much with what you're doing there, with reaching out and touching someone, even if someone is not there, imagining someone and touching them. That's another way of creating that same IU state, which leads to the non-objective awareness. So that's perfectly valid, so
Good.
lots of different ways to go about this.
Yeah. Can I just share something about
Please.
this? When when Rick said feel the joy, all I did for myself was smile. And when I smile, that just shifts me every single time.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, right.
Exactly. Exactly. That's a great point.
I mean,
Great.
is it Peter Pan? It says it takes only 2 muscles to smile and 32 to frown or something. Yeah.
There you go.
No, you're right, Sharon.
He's never let us down before. And he had very good
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you all so much. It's been a lot of fun. Thank you, Maria.
You're welcome.
Love you, Maria,
Thank
and
you,
congratulations
Maria.
again, Rick.
Love you guys.
And
Book
Have a
launch
good
day.
Congrats.
Thank you
don't
all.
forget Tai Chi
Beautiful.
Becoming
A beautiful,
Superconscious.
beautiful book.
Great book. Great book. A
All right.
distillation of his best work.
I agree.
Okay.